Hi there, welcome to Giraffe Studio. So in this video, I will be explaining about one of the design pattern called Decorator Pattern. So to explain this pattern, I have come up with the concept called tax calculator. So let's go through the requirement. The system should be able to calculate the tax payable amount for the following income types. The income can be from salary, income can be from house rent, or income can be from interest from financial institutions. Also, the user can get exemptions on ATC section and HRA. In future, it may need to support other exemptions with minimal change. So this is the requirement. And let's see how this requirement can be implemented using decorator pattern. Okay, so any income is a kind of a taxable income only. So first, I have defined a taxable income class, and it's an abstract class. So I have defined a abstract method get income, and then to support different incomes, I have created classes like grass salary. So it is for salary people, and it extends taxable income, and it returns the grass salary when the get income method is invoked. So on initialization, we have to pass the respective salary of the person. Similarly, I have defined another income type, house rent income. So here also it is extending the taxable income, and it returns the house rent income as income when the get income method is invoked, and then income from interest. So it is also again extending the taxable income, and it is having the definition for get income, right? So this income has to go through different deductions. One is the ATC deduction, another one is HRA deduction, and in future we have to support other deductions as well. So I have created a decorator interface. So it's a decorator interface. If you look at here, it is also extending the taxable income. So the final product is all the entities that we deal with here in this example are taxable income only. So this tax deductor abstract class extending taxable income, and it is having a abstract method print deduction kind. So when deductor ATC extend this tax deductor, it receives the two parameters, that is income and then a deduction list. So here it can be supporting different component, that is those are applicable for ATC. For example, PF, PPF, LIC, etc. And then it assigns these received parameters to the local variables. So the get income where the deduction is happening, it actually did from the given list of components, it is making a sum, and then it is checking the income is actually greater than the total deduction, and if it is, it is just doing the deductions here. So it is just for an example. As per the ATC norm, it supports maximum. I mean, it supports maximum of 1,50,000 rupees exemption, but these logics are not added here. But for understanding, just assume that this is the logic required for ATC. And then it is also defining the print deduction kind, where it is printing ATCS deduction, and then it is printing these details. What is the income, and then what is the deduction, expected deduction, and what will be the taxable income once this ATC deduction is done. Similarly, the HRA deductor, it is also extending the tax deductor, and in constructor it receives two parameters. One is the taxable income, another one is the applicable HRA. It assigns these two parameters to the local variable, and then it is also extending the defining the get income method and print deduction kind. So in get income, it is doing the deductions directly, but in real case there are a lot of formula. If you live in metro, some sort of deductions will be applicable to our basic pay. If you are living in a non-metro, some sort of deductions will happen in our basic pay. So, but I am not getting into that detail, but please assume that this is the logic required for HRA deductions. And in this print deduction kind method, we display the HRA deduction as the deduction type, and then so when before this deduction, what is the taxable income, and then what is the expected deduction out of this HRA exemption, and then after the deduction, what will be the taxable income. So these are all the three details getting printed here. So now, so the decorators have been defined. So the deductor ATC and HRA deductors are the decorators. In future, if we want to add another deductor called something like ATD, um, so then we can create one more entity and it can do the deductions according to ATD. And if we have to add another deduction for interest paid for electric vehicles, then we can bring another deductor and we can add the respective deduction logic, and which can affect the taxable income, right? So the taxable income is the source and it is going through different decorators. So like such as deductor, ATC deductor, HRA deductor, and in future it may be going through electric vehicle interest deductor, ATD deductor, and all these deductors are affecting that tax payable amount, correct? So we are attaching a functionality on taxable income dynamically without making any changes in the taxable income class itself, correct? So that's the beauty of the decorator pattern. So let's see how all these pieces are running together. So in the programs, yes, I have defined the, I'm just using the one income component here, that is gross salary. So I'm initializing this class with the 12 lakh as salary. So it's a gross salary, okay? And then this gross salary should go through different deductions. So for using the deductor ATC, I have defined my components and with the applicable deductions. So I'm looking for 50,000 exemptions out of PF and 50,000 exemptions out of LIC, and I am initializing the deductor ATC uh, decorator here. I am passing the taxable income as parameter, and then this ATC component dictionary as another parameter. So to see the things at runtime, I have just printed the deduction kind here, and post the deduction. Uh, it will be going through another deductor, that is HRA deductor. So I am paying, let us assume I am paying 5,000 rupees as the rent per month, and totally it is 60,000 per year. So I am passing the deducted deduction, no, the taxable income out of the ATC deduction as parameter here, and then I'm passing the applicable HRA. So to know the type, the kind of deduction happening in runtime, I'm again printing the deduction kind, and then a tax calculator I'm invoking. So after this deduction, post HRA deduction, we may get the proper taxable income, and this tax calculator will find the tax payable based on that income. So if I go to that tax payable method, it is just doing the tax calculation based on the old regime. The salary beyond 10 lakh will be applicable for 30 percentage tax, and then once it is calculated, it is associated to it is assigned to the tax payable um, field, and then when the salary is greater than 5 lakh, it is falling under 20 percentage slab. So that kind of that deduction is happening here, and then the tax payable, right, it is getting increased. So if the salary is above 2.5 lakhs, then 5 percentage tax calculation is happening here, and then it is assigned to the tax payable. So finally I am printing the tax payable method. So that's the logic for calculating the tax. And at runtime, let's see how what is the tax I should be paying for this given salary and with these exemptions for ATC and HRA. So let me run the code. So first, the income given is 12 lakh, and then ATC deduction is 1 lakh because I have given these two component. The taxable income is 11 lakh because 1 lakh has been exempted, and then this 11 lakh is passed as input to HRA deductor, and then HRA deduction amount is 60,000. So after the deduction, the taxable income is 10 lakh 40,000, and then the 10 lakh 40,000 is applied to the tax calculator for calculating the tax. So the 30 percentage slab, when we apply for 40,000 rupees, the cost is around 12,000, and then 5 lakh for 5 lakh rupees, the tax is 1 lakh, and then for 2.5 lakh the tax is 12,500. So totally it is 1 lakh 24,500 rupees is the amount should be paid as tax. So now you might have seen the power of decorators, right? And so what the decorator really doing, it is adding functionality, attaching a functionality on taxable income dynamically, right? We can also add more functionality and then and there, if required. So basically what we are doing is we are actually closing the class for modification but opening the class for extension. So that's the design principle we met here using the decorator pattern. Hope it helps. Thank you.